It is unavoidable to experience heartbreak. Friends disappoint us, loved ones die, and romances cease. These are universal experiences, but their consequences can be terrible. After her spouse of 25 years abruptly asked for a divorce, scientific journalist Florence Williams discovered this. William was in a fog, surprised and depressed, and even sick. She adds, "Physically, I felt as if my body had been hooked into a broken electrical socket. I'd stopped sleeping in addition to losing weight. My pancreas was malfunctioning, and I was becoming ill. It was difficult to think clearly." She resorted to science instead of self-help book advice to help her comprehend what was happening to her, such as learn to love yourself first or beware of rebound relationships. Her book, Heartbreak, Part Memoir. Half examination of the science and practice of healing from heartbreak, is the outcome, and it gives hope and direction to anybody who has been through heartbreak. Williams discovered through research that heartbreak can be more destructive to our health than most people believe. Heartbreak, ironically, has an effect on the heart. With one study revealing that men and women, aged 30 to 65 years old, have a 25% and 45% greater chance of suffering a heart attack within the first year after a romantic breakup, respectively. Williams also learned from neuroscientist Helen Fisher that during heartbreak, parts of the brain linked to addiction and pain light up, and that this pattern is linked to obsessive, erratic behavior, such as thinking about the rejecting partner 85% of the time, unexpectedly showing up at an ex's workplace, and leaving long voicemails full of rage, despair, and passionate love. Dumped people go through a protest phase, according to Fisher, in which dopamine and norepinephrine flood their brains, making them act as if they are in danger. That makes logical, because rejection activates the part of us that understands our need for others' protection and survival. Dopamine and serotonin levels diminish as a heartbreak victim gets more resigned, which can lead to depression. With all of this bad news, Williams was determined to learn out how to get through tragedy faster and emerge on the other side. What made heartbreak so difficult to overcome? Perhaps if I knew the answers, I might speed up the process and feel better, she adds. Here are some coping strategies she used to get through her own heartbreak. Take rejection with a grain of salt. When we don't feel loved by important people in our life, it's easy to believe we're unlovable, Williams writes. While it's critical to comprehend our role in a breakup, we shouldn't blame ourselves for being rejected or see it as a blanket assessment of our unworthiness. It is possible to acquire some perspective and remind ourselves of who we are at our core, which can help to mitigate the pain of rejection. One method is through expressive writing, which has been demonstrated to aid in the better management of unpleasant situations and the discovery of peace or meaning from them. Reduce your stress levels. Heartbreak, as Williams discovered, causes you to become hyper-alert, wreaking havoc on your brain and body, especially if it becomes chronic. To offset this, you must find ways to relieve tension, whether through meditation, which Williams found ineffective, or regular walks in the woods, more up her alley. The actual healing can happen when we calm down. Emotional growth, cognitive discoveries, future planning, and the ability to connect with other people in reciprocal, meaningful ways, she says. Pain relief. Because heartbroken pain affects the same regions of the brain as physical pain, items that help with physical pain can also help with heartbreak pain. For example, loving touch has been demonstrated to help with pain relief and has also been shown to help with rejection pain. Jumping into bed with someone else after a heartbreak, on the other hand, can be a good or horrible thing, depending on how you feel about yourself, as Williams discovered. Williams experimented with administering heat to her body by bathing in hot water, sleeping with a hot water bottle in her frigid bed, and drinking warm liquids. Heat has been shown to alleviate the discomfort of loneliness, and it is also linked to warmer social situations. Make an effort to make helpful social connections. Loneliness is a defining characteristic of heartbreak. After all, a major source of companionship is no longer available. and you can no longer rely on that individual to give social connection and care. Positive social connections, on the other hand, have been shown to lower stress and increase health, something Williams desperately needed at this point in her life. She describes embarking on a long river rafting excursion along the Green River in her book, which she finds to be enjoyable while she is with people but not so enjoyable when she is alone. While being alone for lengthy periods of time on a dangerous river was hard and empowering. Experiment with astonishment. We not only feel joyful when we are in awe, but we also feel that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. It has the potential to increase our creativity as well as our immune systems. According to Williams, the perspective and innovative problem solving that come with wonder can help with pain. Tuning into beauty is one way to find wonder. That means spending time in natural settings for Williams, a nature lover. Her mind was shifted away from personal sorrow to a more positive, outer focus by staring at sunsets, studying intently at the details of flowers, or going on a full-blown wilderness retreat. It's feasible that awe can help us veer toward becoming more helpful, purposeful, and resilient, or toward becoming less helpful, purposeful, and resilient. Discover your reason for being. Helping others, doing meaningful work, and building community can all provide a sense of purpose, which Williams claims is beneficial to our mental health. She speaks with Stephen Cole, a researcher who examines how emotions influence gene expression. Volunteering, he claims, is one of the most effective therapies for preventing the detrimental consequences of loneliness on our DNA. Our genes will thank us if we can muster some optimism about the state of the world, and even better, if we believe we are actively contributing to its betterment, Williams writes.